I know that these places don't exist anymore, and I know that there's other male reviews in Michigan and all over the world, and that there was other ones out at that time. However, because these are the two that I went to, this is just what I felt called to title it. But ever since I started going, I started noticing a lot of like patterns and traits, such as like jealousy and manipulation and lying and insecurity and people wanting love and anger issues and abuse and so many things. And I also noticed how people did build like genuine relationships within those circles. I also noticed that people build relationships just to get information from other women or to be nosy, and people did things to make people jealous. But this is for me to tell you about all of the things that has been happening over years since I stopped going in 2013. I think I went like twice to Club Ice, like one place after that, and then like around that time, and then 2 or 3 parties like in the past 2 years to support one of my loved ones. But God always places you and the dancers on my mind, and I always pray for y'all, because my spiritual gift is to feel what people are going through. And so I pray for the people that God places on my mind. God even places people on my mind by showing me their face, and I don't even remember their name and stuff like that. And what really confirmed it and let me know it was time to do this is because God just started showing me all these different people that used to go to the club as dancers, and people that supported the dancers, and my people you may know. And I think I'm only friends with one dancer on Facebook. So that's not nothing to do with it. Like, I can tell when something is just occurring and like when God is giving it to me as a sign. But this is basically just to let you know that God cares about you, and God wants a deeper relationship with you, and God wants to address all the pain that you have been through and help you understand a lot of the things that you went through in the club, and to help free you from a lot of pain. And also, we all know that it was a lot of STDs and STIs going around in those clubs, and some people have obtained things that doctors say are incurable. God wants you to understand that that's a lie of the enemy, and that you can easily be healed by God directly, and also through herbs as well. But be careful who you buy those herbs from, because people are into witchcraft, and that stuff is very serious. Like, this stuff is not nothing to play with, and this is why people need to understand, because I've been knowing that I was meant to do this series for a few years, but this is the perfect time now, because I have matured a lot and cleared away a lot of things that I didn't know that was wrong that I was doing in spirituality and stuff like that, like doing readings and using crystals and sage and stuff like that. We don't need any of those things to spiritually advance. And of course, you do not have to just take my word for it. You can talk to God about it directly. And also, there's a lot of testimonies on YouTube of people leaving those things alone and returning back to Christianity. And there's also this huge era right now of people believing that the Bible is fake, or that Jesus is not real, or that Jesus is just a consciousness, and people believing that the Bible is a lie, which is also a plot of the enemy. But again, when you build your relationship with God, you will understand the truth. And so I make videos for everyone, but this series is specifically focused on y'all. However, if you have not went to Henry's or Watts and you still come across this video, it's obviously something that God wanted you to learn from this. That's really it. God just wants you to be more consistent with him. God wants you to build a more consistent relationship with him. You have to get to the point where you read the Bible more than you read social media, where you talk to God more than you talk to people, and where you pray more than judging people, because it is a lot of petty things. One of the things that I did notice when I go to the club was it was women older than me, and even women that were grandmothers that were in drama and gossiping and being abused and all of these other things that women should not be going through. And those type of things only happen when you don't have a certain type of relationship with God, because when you have a certain type of relationship with God, you wouldn't settle for certain things. So God just wants you to have the real love that you have been searching for. There are a lot of honest women who genuinely did support these guys, but there's also a lot of women who did it out of desperation because they wanted attention and love and sex. And God wants you to know that you don't have to pay anyone for their time and attention, nor do you have to be cheated on, abused, controlled, manipulated, wondering about what he's doing, because God has healthy love for you. But you have to be clear of the pain that you went through in the past, and clear of manipulation and all of those different things, so that you don't hurt the person that God has for you, okay? I love you so much, and most importantly, God does too. I pray for y'all all the time in every area of y'all life. And in the description area, you will see my information for me as a spiritual advisor, where I address all the things that I help my clients through, and my email is there as well for you to schedule a session. I am a spiritual advisor because a lot of people do feel better when they align with somebody who has experienced what they've been through. And if you know who I am, you will know that I was never somebody that was like messy, and I always was one to give people advice and help people. I helped a lot of people lose weight. I helped a lot of people start their own business, and I did a lot of people hair when I was going to the club. I was also known for staying to myself and not really being in drama. So if you have a relationship with God, you can talk to God about that before you come to me as for a service anyway. But this is not about me. This is just about you having a relationship with God that God calls you to have. But God does need you to be surrounded by godly community. And so it's time for people to start like bringing more people into their life that already have that stable foundation with God, and also talking about God more with the people that they do have a connection with. And also for you to start praying for the people that you know are part of that club. Just pray for them every day. A lot of people are doing better things, and a lot of people are still caught up in confusion and doing a lot of ways that are hurtful, all because they have unresolved trauma. So just start praying for those things and talking to God daily, asking God what you want to know. And also in my description area is all my other social media sites, including my poetry YouTube channel. And I have a few of my playlist recommendations for my YouTube channel. I have over 500 videos posted. So all you have to do is go to my YouTube channel and see all of the different playlists. I have everything categorized in it. Let me see how many. I have 19 videos planned out for this series so far. So you will be hearing from me for 19 more weeks, which is what? Almost 5 months. So I really appreciate you for listening, and I thank you for supporting me. And anyone who comes to me as a client or ties into my ministry, I thank you, because everyone except for two dancers, they don't really know. Well, two dancers and one girl that used to go to the club. Just a few girls that used to go to the club because they were my friend. Don't really know how I have changed my life and built my relationship with God and stuff like that. So I am a spiritual advisor. I am a minister. I am a wedding officiant. I help people start their own business, but you'll be able to see all that stuff in the description area. But I just wanted to let you know how I have changed my life since I stopped going to the club and things of that nature. And the greatest way that you can support somebody is through prayer. and you will get information that you never heard before that will change your life forever and their life forever when you start this new journey. So I'm grateful that God is snatching you up in a new way and bringing you closer to him in a way that you have never seen before. I thank you for listening. I thank you for commenting, sharing, subscribing, liking, everything. I'm grateful for the new journey that God is about to bring you on.